I don't care. We owe somebody money. You should pay it. What if they say that we owe them money for no reason? What if they say we owe them money for no reason? What if we steal money from terrorists? Do you think we should give it back because we owe them money? Under the whole legal realm of they didn't have that money legally to begin with. Okay, then we agree. How does it fall under a legal realm though? They're not. So if they commit crime, it's okay to commit crime and steal their money back. That's what you're saying? That's what you're saying? If they commit a crime. Give me a moment. Okay. What's up, Scott? You should drop me some dono if you want to be added, brother. You drop me something like a 50. It is Sunday. And these are some good people I can connect you in here with. Drink your water. Drink your water. Is it Gatorade or water? I'm drinking water right now. Hallelujah. So you agree then, if it's a group of terrorists, then we can take their money. We can take their money, and it's not about law or not because they're. If the money is gained through illegal processes. What if it's not gained? What if it's not? What if it's gained legally? What if it's gained legally but by terrorists? The organization should not have that money. It should be confiscated and it should be destroyed, in my opinion. Destroyed. Why? Why not just use it for the United States of America instead of wasting the money? Because in my opinion, that money's tainted. And if you're using tainted money, then. So every dollar is tainted then. Every dollar that you have is tainted. Every physical dollar. You're understanding that the less dollar bills that we have improves the value of the dollar even more. So yeah, but burning $1 million isn't going to increase the value of a dollar. You would have to burn, probably trillions of dollars for that to work. So that it doesn't even help that. It does nothing except waste money. Okay, they took the money. They always take the money. Why wouldn't we take the money? I think the money should physically be destroyed. We shouldn't. Why? Why should? What about the victims of the crimes? Shouldn't the money be used to help the victims of the crimes? I think I've already explained to you at one time what I believe that should work. Exactly. So I mean, why can't some of that money from the government give them a bonus on top of that? Well, no, in my personal opinion, I think the person who commits the crime should be forced to work a job while in prison, and the money that is earned by that prisoner should go to the victims instead. So they're gonna make $2 a day, and that's gonna help the victim instead of just seizing the money that they had. Wage is fine, and they don't get minimum wage in prison. Huh? You don't make minimum wage in prison. No, I'm just saying, like it could be legalized to do it that way, so that way the victim is getting compensated for the damages that has been done to them. What's going on, chat? No, you love my stream. You love it. You live my stream. Is the prisoner getting locked up? It doesn't really do much for the victim whatsoever. If the prisoner is forced to work a job for minimum wage in prison, and all that money goes to the victim, then I agree, but that's never gonna happen. Do you really want a prisoner flipping your McDonald's burgers? Are you okay with an actual prisoner flipping your McDonald's burgers? If the answer is no, then that's never gonna happen. I mean, I'd say more on a manufacturing level. Sorry? Well, someone in the Scott says biological sex and gender are two different concepts. Yeah, but Scott, our friend here, Christina says that you can change your sex and change your gender. So both of those things in this scenario are hypothetically changed. Well, I mean, you're miswording me here.
It depends on the sex part. It depends on how you define sex.
So have you changed your sex or not? It's either a yes or no question.
How I define sex, I believe I have successfully changed my sex.
So your sex is just sex to you is just cutting off a wiener, right?
How I identify as sex is the way that a person can have intercourse.
So if you can take it in the butt, you're a woman?
No, I don't take it in butt.
Get the likes way, way, way up there. So what if what if like a woman takes a knife and like makes an actual wound hole, like a random hole in herself, and does that mean that that's a woman now?
If a woman puts a wound hole into her, does that make her?
I mean, a man. Not a woman. That was a fucking terrible. If a man puts a hole right next to his wiener, does that make him now a woman?
Well, that's definitely not how the process goes.
Yeah, but what's the difference, really? What's the difference? His is made from a hole, and yours is made from a penis. What's the difference?
I think there's a little bit more to creating a vagina than just stabbing yourself with a knife.
And I think there's a little bit more than just folding your dick inside out. But you disagree. But you disagree. But you disagree.
Basically, stabbing yourself in the stomach, you're probably more over creating a hole for you to pee out of or something rather than or like a pee bag or a poop bag or something. Stabbing yourself in the stomach. It's a whole medical process that involves sedation and.
Okay, so if you're sedated and someone else does it, then it's the same. Okay.
Everything, all of that, validates a working actual vagina, and I believe that.
No, it doesn't. No, it does not.
You saying that it does not doesn't make it true.
And you saying it doesn't make it true either.
I told you repeatedly that I don't listen to Graham's opinions on this.
I listen to medical professionals. I have enough doctors in my family where I can confidently tell you that not a single doctor in the state of Florida would call that a vagina. I have enough doctors in my family to put my right hand up to God and say no doctor in the state of Florida is going to call that a vagina.
I'll tell you what, Graham. I'll tell you this much. When I go to the ER today, I'll ask the doctor if I have a vagina or.
You record it.
I'll record him on video, but through audio, his answer. How's that sound? You want to hear that sound?
He's going to say, well, technically it's a. Oh my God. He's going to be forced to do it. Because if he tells you that you have a penis, if he tells you he has a penis, he's going to get fired. If he tells you he has a penis, he's gonna get fired. Like I told you, I have family at the ER that deal with these kinds of questions all the fucking time. If they treat a trans person wrong, they're gonna get fired really fucking quickly. So they're probably not gonna say anything. I wouldn't
allowed to talk about what happens at the hospital, right?
Huh?
That's a lot of laws broken.
No laws are broken because they're not talking about a specific person. They're not talking about anyone's medical information. They're just saying hypothetical stories. Who knows even if they're real or false?
And Graham, I got doctors in my family too.
Okay, so they should tell you that you have a neogina. You have a neogina.
I have all kinds of family members.
They probably recognize you as a man. They probably say
your family doesn't mean you are.
they recognize you as a man. They recognize you as a man. So are you gonna make it down to the No Kings?
I'm going to the ER, not No Kings.
You can make it down to the second No Kings protest. Are you sure?
No second No Kings protest. There's only one.
There's only one.
Yeah, I'm going to. And I think it's already done by now.
Well.
Oh, and I like it how you admitted that
nope.
the
nope.
the whole celebration Trump is having is not a 250th anniversary celebration as Trump claimed, but it's just one big birthday party for Trump.
It is America's 250th birthday.
Stating that it's Donald Trump's birthday party, not a 250 celebration. Thank you for being honest about
that. Well, when's America's birthday? When is America's birthday? America's birthday isn't until July. So what the fuck are you yapping about? But it also
Trump has continuously stated that this was supposed to be a 250th celebration.
Well, it is. It's multiple. He said it's both. Why can't it be both?
Why does it have to be? I mean, look, I'm all for Donald Trump having a birthday party, but I don't think that we need to be continuously spending our tax dollars to make sure that he gets a birthday party.
Well, why can't he share a birthday with the country? Is that not allowed?
Well, why can't he just celebrate his own birthday on his own dime?
Well, why can't he celebrate his birthday when America's celebrating its birthday? This comes down to a personal problem. This comes down to a personal problem against the President of the United States. That's what this comes down to. But can we get the likes way up there, guys? Let's get to 100 likes.
Servant to the American people.
He is a servant to the American people.
He's not serving the American people. Do you think
He's not serving you because he doesn't want you to go into women's sports. No, he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to go.
It's not a service. It's a forced property.
The Jews don't own anybody. Jews don't own anybody except your lazy ass because you believe they own you, so they do own you.
You support Donald Trump putting his name on the
Yes.
Kennedy Memorial Center?
Yes.
Why would you support that?
Why not? Kennedy did it.
Wait, what?
Kennedy did it. Why not?
Did you just say
the Kennedy Center? Hello? We spent $2 trillion a year on illegal alien immigrants, but he's worried about tax dollars spent on a birthday party. That's crazy.
Wait, Graham.
That is crazy. $2 billion spent on illegals.
I don't think John F. Kennedy created the Kennedy Center.
No, but one of the Kennedys that was alive got authorized the family's name to get put on it. So yeah, the family authorized their name to be put on it, didn't they? Because guess what? The Kennedys are still around, so someone authorized it.
All right, so the institution was originally created by Eisenhower.
I don't care about someone changing the name of a building. If you want to call it the Obama Center or the Biden Center, I don't care.
Assassination.
Okay, and Trump has been almost assassinated way more times. Who survived more attempts, Kennedy or Trump?
I hardly call what Donald Trump goes through as assassination.
Okay, well, you try getting shot at. You send some criminals to your house and have them shoot outside the front of your house, and they're saying they're coming for you. And you tell me if they're trying to assassinate you.
Christmas bag.
All these anti-Israel people in the chat, they're really projecting. They really ain't doing too well in life. That's why they gotta blame Israel for controlling America.
Where's my name on it?
Okay, I had multiple assassination attempts on my life. Where is my fucking gold trophy?
Just because somebody tries to kill you doesn't mean that you get to put your name on the building.
That means you should be honored more.
No,
but what do you think about Israel? What do you think about all these people in chat?
Not earn that honor. You guys
he did.
Anything. The moment that Donald
Trump is Israel controlling you? Did Israel make you transgender?
Before he even started being president, like it's kind of weird because you guys honor him before he even does anything, and that his numbers are worse than when he became president in the first place.
What are you going on about? None of what you just said is true. Are you going to address the topic at hand?
president the way that you guys do. You guys love
You celebrated Barack Obama and Biden. You celebrated for 4 years that Trump lost the election, and now you complain that it's Trump's birthday. And someone said happy birthday to them, and you say, "Oh my God, you're celebrating him. You said happy birthday." Why isn't there any transgender boxers in tonight's cage match? We need that super strength. Hey Elizabeth. Hey Elizabeth, how do you feel about transgender women, I mean men, coming into your bathroom? How do you feel about that? No, I'm asking the chat. I'm asking the real women in the chat.
How they feel about transgender men walking into their bathrooms?
Transgender women that are really men walking into their bathroom.
Not coming in there to commit any crimes?
Oh yeah, because if they're committing crimes, they're not really transgender. Those sources that Lily sent you, according to you, none of those 50 people that walked into a woman's restroom and assaulted them were trans, because according to you, any trans person, according to you, that commits a crime is no longer trans, or they never were trans.
I'm not words, you know better than that.
Every single trans, then name.
Look up every 50 cases individually. Have you? Did you look up every 50 cases?
I already heard what you said. You can't. Okay, if you know the 50 cases, then name me the 50 names.
I did. I went through the work, not you, Graham.
You didn't do any work. You didn't do any work. Okay, well, let's address this comment. Let's address this comment.
Stop putting words in my mouth.
I have studied it, but let's go over this real quick. Low approval. Democrats have a 20% approval. High deficit. Democrats added more to the deficit. Unwanted war. This is a 47-year war. Jeffrey Epstein, arrest Bill Gates and Bill Clinton and all the Democrats, because Hakeem Jeffries took hundreds of thousands of dollars from Jeffrey Epstein and no one talks about it.
Don't worry, my audio is about to switch over to my Jeep, so just give me a minute here.
I'm here. Take your time. Drive safe. I've seen how you drive, so please keep your eyes on the road.
I did it immediately. I'm glad that happened. All right.
You gonna be watching the UFC today? Absolutely, Mr. Dana White. I'm trying to see the fight card. Oh, someone said shithole birthday. I bet it's better than your birthday, Larry. I will say you do drive like a woman, so that is one more factor going in your favor.
I only have one accident on my record through the 20 plus years that I've been driving.
Well, God bless. Yes. Yes, I have one. One.
We're tired. So I am a very safe driver. I follow the speed limit. I stop at stop signs properly. So
I'm sure all of that is true, but your controllability of the vehicle itself is probably pretty low.
no, you think that just because
Can you parallel park?
Yes, I can parallel park.
I don't believe you. I do not believe you.
Think that just because I cannot gauge the speed naturally in my park, that makes me a bad driver, and I will never trust my ability to gauge the speed just off of my heart or how I'm feeling. I require a speed gauge in order to know how fast I'm going.
So why can't you see the speed gauge? Are you too short to see the speed gauge? Like, what's the issue here? Are you too short?
That you were seeing in my dashboard, when the sun is out in a particular angle, it becomes impossible to see my dashboard, and it's difficult to see it. So I have to move in closer to try to look past all those squares and everything to be able to see what my numbers are.
Scotty has something to add into the conversation. He says that case proves biological sex matters for prison housing. It doesn't prove transgender people don't exist. The debate is prison policy, not whether trans people are real. You guys are arguing different topics. Oh, I think transgender people are real 100%. I just don't think that there's too much definitive information that tells you that they're trans. I don't think there's any distinct characteristics. If they tell you they're trans, then they're trans. That's it.
Brad, just asking real quick, do you think if I got arrested that I should be put in a male prison, even knowing that I am most likely going to be raped every single day against my will?
You'll probably go to PC. You'll go to protective custody. So I won't put you in the I'll put you specifically in protective custody if it was up to me. I would put them in protective custody in the men's prison. They'll be in a cell by themselves all day. So they won't see any other men anyway, but they'll still be in the men's prison. But they'll be in protective custody. They won't see anyone else, but they'll still be in the men's prison.
I believe it can always be a thing like approach without a disregard to a person's opinion. So I think for any individual is very important. Like I don't like a man complaining that they're a woman in a woman's prison just based upon him making that statement. I think there's an investigation to see if this person made any attempt to make any kind of transition. However, I believe there should be a lot more investigations put into it before they put in prison.
Okay, I can agree with that. I don't think we disagree about anything there. But as far as I don't think we disagree about anything there. But some trans women should, some of them, not all of them, some trans women should absolutely go into prison with the rest of the men.
I don't think women should be placed with men.
Well, some of them should. It depends case by case, but some of them should.
Going to say that if you look at it and make it a more decision ready to go than
if they are a murderer and a rapist, they should absolutely be sent in with the men. If they are a person with drug crimes, that's most likely going to be end up a victim because they don't want to fight, like yourself. They should probably go to protective custody.
I mean, like, let's say in my case, let's say I got arrested for drunk driving.
Well, then you're going to be in the drunk tank. You're going to be put in a drunk tank with about 15 to 20 other men.
You're saying that you're okay with that?
I mean, yeah, no one's gonna be able to grape you if there's 15 other men in the cell. Unless they're all taking turns.
Well, I mean, that's probably what happened in my case.
I don't know, but I guess you should have thought about that before you drank and drove.
I don't think in prison should force a person undergo any unusual cruel punishment as our constitution.
Well, is it a cruel punishment if a straight homosexual man in there with a Brazilian butt job, if a homosexual with a Brazilian butt job was in that prison, would that be a cruel, unusual punishment? Because homosexuals in that prison are probably going to look at that man like he's a woman, and they're going to want to do things to him. So now you're going down a deep rabbit hole. You're going down a deep rabbit hole of gross, disgusting, and grape stuff.
You're way off the cliff on that one. You're telling me that a homosexual with no butt job is going to look at a transgender woman as a man.
No, I'm telling you, no. That's not what I'm saying. I'm telling you, a man with a Brazilian butt job, he's gonna go to prison for a DUI. He's gonna be put in that same prison cell as you, and he's gonna get graped by 15 other men. because he has that Brazilian butt job, and other homosexuals are gonna want that.
And would probably attack me before they attack the homosexual.
Well, either way, they're going to attack likely both of them. If you want to put it that way, in my opinion, they would probably choose the homosexual because the homosexual he might be in a little bit better shape. He has plastic surgery. So if you're going to be gay, I mean, it depends on which gay prisoner you get, but I mean, that's going to be up to their choice. A lot of them will probably say both of y'all are men, so they're just going to take the guy with the plastic surgery. Even though he still has his wiener, they're just gonna take the guy with the good Brazilian whatever in the Brazilian in the plastic surgery and nose job and all that stuff. We ha- so what about those people? Should men with what about men that say that they are men but they got boobs? Or what about men with boobs and butt that say that they're men? Should we put them in women's prisons because they're at rape or risk at getting raped?
I think prison should make sure that not put and if prison has neglected to do that, then the prison should not be able to.
What? The prison should not be able to do it?
Not be able to exist.
Well, I'm sorry, it's gonna happen one way or another. It's either gonna be the trans person in a woman's prison raping people, or it's gonna be the trans woman in the men's prison getting raped. So if I had to decide between letting a trans woman in a men's prison get potentially abused, or letting a trans woman into a woman's prison and potentially letting them get abused, I'd rather just put them in the men's prison.
So, Jack,
Hello?
that's what you're saying.
Huh?
That's what you're saying, that you're willing to subject.
Christina is a man afraid of men, but as a woman, I shouldn't be afraid of them in the ladies' room. Yeah, they can't hear you. You're gonna have to take your car off speaker player, whatever it is.
Can you hear me now?
A little bit better.
I just turned my ear on.
So what do you want us to do? You want us to put all trans women into real women's prisons, even when they have penises? Even if they have a penis.
Repeat that.
Even if they have a penis, you want us to put them into the woman's prison.
I don't think it should be that simple.
So if they have a penis, should they go to the men's prison or the woman's prison?
It shouldn't be as simple as saying if they have a penis, then they should go to a woman's restroom.
No, not restroom. I mean prison.
I believe it should be a case-by-case basis, and it should be evaluated based on how much of a transition they went through.
So what if they went through no transition?
You know,
What if they went through what if they just wear a dress and they say they're a trans woman? Should they go in the men's prison or the woman's prison?
I think they should be separate.
So they should be in the men's prison, yeah?
No, separate. Just separate.
So they should go to protective custody, basically.
Well, it isn't that women and men are often in the same facilities. A lot of times, I don't.
No, men and women are never in the same facilities.
They are. No, they are. I went to juvie.
What? In juvie? Maybe. This is prison. This is federal prison. This is federal prison. This is not juvie. They're not the same.
I don't know.
Men and women do not share prison cells.
Voting, they're just different wards or something. Honestly,
They're at different wards? No, I don't even think they're in the real. I don't even think they're in the same prison.
That transgender people often will be separated from both men and women, and have their own space.
Oh, because they don't have their own space. They're in protective custody. They get thrown in the if you refuse to cooperate and you don't and you either have two options in prison. It's like this. You either go out in the general population with the rest of the people, with the rest of this people, you get 4 or 5 or 6 people in your dorm, or you get protective custody where you have no freedoms, you don't get to walk around, you have to be in one prison cell for 23 hours a day. So the trans people basically have to go into the prison cell for 23 hours a day because they don't know how to fight and and people think that they're weird.
There are people out there that know how to fight.
Well, they're not going to I mean, they're not known in prison for fighting, that's for sure.
From my understanding, Graham, from what I've read, that a lot of prisons keeps a separate area for transgender people.
They don't have a transgender area. They put them in protective custody.
Somewhere.
They don't have a general pop. They don't have a general pop for transgenders. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? A bunch of 70-year-old men with tits, with poker cards, playing poker and playing cards. That's not gonna fucking happen in prison. Y'all would be playing with each other's titties and being all weird and shit. Hell no. We ain't gonna let that happen.
What do you behind closed doors, Graham? Do you guys play with each other's dicks? I don't think so.
No, we don't, because we don't have a sexual fetish to adding things and cutting it off.
Sexual fetishes are different than trans stuff.
Okay, let me put it this way. If you put
got separated.
Let me put it this way. If you put 2 black men in prison together for and they give them life in prison, there's a good chance that they're going to turn homosexual. Now, you put 2 transgender people in a prison cell with each other, there's a even higher likelihood that they're probably going to turn homosexual.
Or if they just have a lack of good options.
They probably don't consider themselves gay. They probably just say they have a lack of good options because they're in jail. So they take man's booty. But that doesn't make them not gay. They're still gay.
I wouldn't call them gay.
They're taking man's booty. How are they not gay?
I think the only person that could classify themselves as gay is themselves.
What's up, Joe? It's not gay if you get your booty took in prison.
I mean, I've seen people who come out of prison after going through that kind of stuff, and they never want to reenact those acts whatsoever.
I'm sure, but they're still gay, unless it's grape. If it's grape, it's not gay. I agree. If they did it willingly, it's gay. If they got grape, that's not gay.
You're wanting to do is take a portion of a person's life and make them pay the rest of their lives by forcing a label upon them.
No, I don't care to call them homosexual for the rest of their life.
They don't want to be known as a homosexual. I mean,
But during that time period, they were living a homosexual lifestyle.
Try to move on in life. I mean, I don't think we should force them to have a gay label if they don't want to have that label.
If Gigi's brother lost his penis in a car wreck, is he still a man?
Well, it depends on what the doctors do about it.
What do the doctors have to do about it to make sure he stays a man?
I mean, just because he doesn't have a penis doesn't mean he's not a man. He could still be a man.
So is he still a man? He lost his penis in a car crash.
He is what he wants to be.
He's always identified as a man. And now he gets in a car crash and he loses his penis. Is he still a man?
There is the option to graft a new penis and to.
Does he have to graft a new penis?
To work, but
does he have to graft a new penis? Is that one of the requirements?
It's
to be a man.
This whole thing, I'm not gonna get into it. That's a whole different scenario.
I'm just asking you, is he still a man? He was a man when he went into the car, and now he's in a car crash, he lost his penis. Is he still a man?
If he's a man, then he's a man.
Okay, so what about you? What about you then? If cutting off your penis doesn't make you a man, if cutting off a penis doesn't make you a man, then why did you have to cut off yours?
Because they went through a very terrible situation.
No, but I'm saying if cutting off your penis doesn't make you a woman, then why did cutting off your penis make you a woman?
I went through an actual medical intervention through sedation and medical procedures and vaginoplasty and all these different things that are medically recognized. And doctors have signed off on paperwork, and judges have signed legal paperwork as well, recognizing that my sex has legally changed.
I've never seen any of these documents. I would love to see them.
I am not going to forward those documents to you. I would literally have to show you in person because those documents are very personal.
You're not going to censor any of your information, like your real name and your birth date?
It's going to share its information like my social security number.
Okay, blur it. Blur it.
Like
blur it. Blur it.
And case numbers, and I just
blur it. Blur it. Blur it. That'll be. It doesn't exist. That's why it doesn't exist.
Signatures, doctor signatures. I will show you documents in person. But
listen, I'm not trying to find out. I'm not trying to find out. Okay, I'm not trying to find out. So I don't need to see a fucking picture, please. But a lot of people, including myself, kind of doubt that you ever even had that. I mean, you do know a lot of details about it. You are educated on it, but a lot of people, including myself, kind of still have our. We're not 100% doubting you, but we just kind of like. Well, 5% of me kind of thinks. Yeah, 5% of me kind of still believes so. Yeah.
That's great. Okay.
Well, other people, some people think the same thing. They're like, did Christina? They sometimes ask me. They say, "Did Christina really cut it off?" And I said, "I don't know. That's what Christina said."
I didn't cut it off. I had it medically removed.
Well, it's not removed. It's inside of you now. So now every day you can get fucked by your own penis.
It's not that simple. It's not in and out, inside out. It's a whole process.
Well, that's a simple way of putting it.
I mean, the very fact that I went through a vaginoplasty.
That doesn't exist either. Drop some super chats, get those likes way up there, get us to 100 likes, subscribe. Can we get to 100 likes? No, it's not.
Medical records that I underwent a vaginoplasty.
I don't see any of those medical records. I don't see any of these documents. I can tell you that I'm a doctor with 10 PhDs all day, every day, but does that mean it's true unless you see the PhD degrees?
Well, I mean, they wouldn't be working in a hospital the way they are without an actual PhD.
That's not true. Tons of doctors have been caught working with fake PhDs before.
Oh, yeah, true.
So how do I know?
Well, I mean, do your own research on it. Actually, call the college that the doctor claims they went to, validate the license number or the number that shows up on the degree that you saw or something like that.
So basically, there's no evidence. It's just all smoke and mirrors.
I mean, there's a way to double check it if you're that curious. If you're that desperate to find out, I mean, there's a way to know.
What do I look up? Do I look up all your judgments and your court history and that kind of stuff to find it?
You're trying to look up.
No, I'm not trying to look it up. I'm sure your real name is not Christina.
My real name is Christina.
On your ID card.
You have shared my ID on your YouTube channel.
I did not share your ID. There is nothing but a picture. There is nothing but a picture. You covered all of your personal information and you said, show this to them.
I did. I did not tell you to show them this.
They
told you to share this to you.
And you saw that I was on stream.
I told you at one point that I would share my ID with you, and I forgot to do so.
And before this happened, when we were debating
ID with you, then you would have had and showed it to your YouTube.
Yes, because I was on YouTube and you said, look at this.
On that, Graham.
You literally left from my YouTube stream. You literally hopped off my YouTube stream while I was streaming live and sent me this document and said, hey, look at this. Show this.
No, I did not tell you to show it to everyone. I told you I forgot to show you this.
Okay, while I was streaming. While you were arguing about it on stream. So you wanted me to show the evidence, basically. Why else would you send it to me? And it doesn't matter anyway. It doesn't show any of your personal information on it. It doesn't show any of your personal information on it. All it was a picture. All it was a picture. So there was no information that was private. There is no private information shown on that ID.
My driver's license number and my...
Exactly. So what's the problem? Exactly. So what's the problem?
I didn't really appreciate you sharing it on...
Well, you should have shared it to me when I was streaming talking about it.
You weren't talking about it.
I was streaming, literally talking about it, and you sent it to me, and I said, here's the proof.
But, then you turned around and sat there and claimed that the ID was fake. And
I said, I don't know if it's real. It could be fake.
Why don't you search what an Indiana driver's license currently looks like and compare the two?
Okay, so you're right. Fakes don't look anything. You're right. Fakes don't look anything like the truth.
Some kind of decal on it supposedly made it fake. No, it's a real freaking ID. Like, it's an ID. And you sat there and said that it's a fake ID. Like, I don't understand how you're continuously making these claims when you haven't done any work to validate what a real ID, what a real Indiana ID looks like to begin with.
Get the likes way up there, guys. Subscribe. Drop some super chats for any questions, comments. Get us to 100 likes and subscribe. I'm sure fake IDs look exactly like the ones there from the state. The fake Florida ID is a fake Florida ID. A fake Indiana ID is a fake Indiana ID. Do you understand? Are you following?
The items that are on my ID are what is on a real Indiana ID. You are welcome to...
Okay, that's not how you differentiate between a real ID and a fake ID.
You don't sit there and look at an ID and then immediately base it as fake without...
I didn't immediately base it as fake. I said it looks kind of fake. I don't know.
I'm going to sit there and say that anything that I send, you're just immediately going to deem it fake anyways.
Do you not understand why someone might think that's fake? Wait. Pause. Do you not see why someone would think that if a man says that he has a female's driver's license, that would be fake? Can you not understand why would someone think that a man possessing a driver's license in their same name with a female sex on it would be fake? Is that unreasonable to think that someone born as a man that has a female's driver's license has a fake license? Is that unreasonable to think?
I think you're not speaking clearly on that.
If you see a person that was born as a male, is it unreasonable to think that maybe their license is fake if it says female on it? Is that unreasonable?
So you're stating that if a man with a man's name has female on their license.
No, not a female's name, not a male's name, nothing to do with names. A person that was born as a male, it is a little bit suspicious that they would have a female's driver's license, even if they say they transitioned, because that is not a common occurrence. That does not happen in most states.
So you're telling me there are states out there where that never happens?
That does not happen in the state of Florida.
Yeah, it happens in the state of Florida.
No, it does not.
You probably don't get to.
You cannot change any of your documents. None of them.
other states and get their gender marker changed on their ID.
Well, then they can't do it in the state of Florida. Then that means they can't do it on their Florida ID.
All my gender markers, all my sex markers, all of it on a legal basis is changed. And despite your inability to believe that it's possible,
yes, there is only 4 states where you can change the sex marker on your ID. There's only 4 states. So that means there's 46 states that do not recognize those ID markers. No, I'm looking right now. 4 to 5 states that allow you to change your sex on your ID.
Probably birth certificate. No.
Yes, we don't live in a transgender country. We don't run this fucking country. It's an abnormality. It's not normal.
I can't look it up right now, but I don't believe that because there was a time that I did look it up, and I had recognized all the states that allow birth certificate change, and
there's only 4 states. Hallelujah! There's only 4 libtarded states.
It was in the dozens. I believe you're wrong.
Not in the dozens. Nope. It's 4.
Be willing to my whole paycheck that you're.
It's 4. Now there is more than 4 states where you can change your sex to the letter X, but that's not changing your sex from a male to female. You can just put an X identification mark on it because you don't want to be marked male or female.
Here's what I'm gonna say: if I can legally change my gender,
you can't. That's sex. That's not gender. There's no gender marker. There's no gender marker. There's only a sex marker. There's no gender markers on your ID. So stop lying.
So if I'm able to change my sex on my ID, I think there's more than 4 states.
I don't, because that's delusion. Even most transgenders don't think you can change your sex. But let's get the likes way up there. Let's get to 100 likes. If you want to join in the debate, drop me a $50 super chat, or you can join that Discord down below.
But if you're gonna base it on
whether you cut your dick off, then yeah, okay, fair enough. If you blame it on science, you can't change your sex. But if you blame it on the fact that you can tear your penis off your body and throw it in the trash can, then yes, you can change your sex.
Sorry, I just got a weird call out of nowhere. My boss just called me.
What did he say?
No, I didn't answer.
How do I reply to somebody? You join my Discord, comment under main or debate. Nothing. I'm just telling these people to join in that the Discord if they want to debate. So what do you think about the Jews? Are the Jews running the country? Because I'm sick and tired of hearing that.
I don't know.
Are the Jews the one that profit off making the transgender surgeries? Because I've heard that a lot too.
I don't know. I'm not looking at the financial books on it. I got no evidence.
You don't think this is something you should look at? You don't think this is you don't think this is something you should look at?
I mean, if you think it's worthy to look at, by all means, feel free to look at it. I'm basically just trying to do what I can to protect the image of transgender people from the opinions of MAGA individuals who misrepresent and misunderstand how this whole process works to begin with.
Well, Scotty dropped a super chat. He says, you can be skeptical, but if Christina showed an ID and your only response is, I think it's fake, it's not what I said. Well, yeah, actually, that is what I said. I said it could be fake. It might be fake. Maybe it's fake. Yeah, same difference. And then the burden is on you to provide evidence that it's fake. How am I going to provide evidence that a document is fake if I don't have the document in my hand? I said it could possibly be fake. And in my opinion, it is fake. You want to know why it's fake? Because you're still a man. They can't change your gender.
You don't get to make that determination, Graham. That was determination upon doctors and judges, not Graham. Graham does not make those things happen or refuses to let that stuff happen. Graham is just a male person with opinions that does not that the world does not.
Oh, it is fake though, because that's not her. That's not his sex. That's why. Like, if it doesn't say your actual sex, it's fake. There's not much more to say. I get where you're coming from, but if my ID said female on it, would you not say it's fake? Why would you say it's fake if my ID said female on it? Is that because I obviously look like a man and you?
Why is it so hard to believe that I went through enough medical interventions to get all of this changed?
Medical interventions can't change something that you're born with. They can't change your blood or your DNA.
Medical interventions can change a lot of things.
I just proved it's fake. He was born as a man, and his ID says he's a woman. That's fake.
Not a stance in this whole matter whatsoever. Doctors have literally signed documentation, and judges have as well, indicating that my sex markers on my birth certificate, and on my IDs, and on my social security information, all that has to be changed. I have a judge's signature on it because I went through enough medical interventions to do so. This is not something that I was trying to.
You can't pay a lot of money to have your ID falsely changed. IDs absolutely should not be on gender because gender can change. Gender can change second by second.
Well, I don't think you understand gender to begin with, since you think gender and sex means the same thing to begin with. So I'm not going to defer to what you just said there. If you can't even understand gender.
Well, if you're going to make some made up identity and call it gender, then I just think that's bullshit and that's a child's game. Only children make up imaginary identities for themselves. Only children make up imaginary identities for themselves. And doctors and judges don't assign gender. God does. Doctors and judges do not assign gender. God does.
Okay.
Christina is a nice person, but he is still a man.
There are people that don't believe in God to begin with, so a lot of people would sit there and say that's an inadequate opinion.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter about their opinions. Their opinions don't change facts. Don't change facts.
I would sit there and tell you that I believe God is okay with a person changing their bodies to conform with their gender identity. I 100% believe God is okay with it.
I have evidence, Scott. The evidence is he's telling me that he was born as a man. That's the evidence.
The Bible doesn't support that notion whatsoever.
Yes, it does. It does. There is no mention in the Bible about transgender anywhere because it doesn't fucking exist. Yeah, think about that for a second. Now you're completely quiet. Not a single mention of the only mentions of transgenderism in the Bible is calling men that wears women dresses an abomination.
And I gotta pull over to the side of the road over there.
Don't be getting in trouble. Don't be getting in crashes. Don't be getting heated over me. I'm not worth it. Well, my evidence is her telling me that born a man.
Hang on, I just realized I don't have my wallet.
Double tap that like button. Get those likes way up. When is his man voice gonna come out? Hey guys, I forgot my wallet. Yeah.
Okay.
Being born a man, you can't change your sex. You cannot change your sex. Cutting off your penis does not make you a woman. A woman, for all you misogynists out there, for all you misogynist pieces of shit out there, cutting off your penis and adding a pair of tits does not make you a woman. That's probably some of the most misogynist pieces of shit that you can have done, because a woman is more than a pair of tits and a bottom part, a VJ, whatever you want to call it, huh? What are you saying? You forgot your wallet?
Yep, which is not good because I kind of don't have enough gas to get home.
Well, so how are you gonna get home then? What are you gonna do now? Call an ambulance to come take you to the hospital?
No, I might have to call somebody to like give me a 20 and I just email it to them or something. No, okay. Yeah, I'll just call it. I got friends out in Lafayette I could call and get cash from them. Just, I don't know, cash out them directly. I just don't know if the hospital is going to take me without my ID.
Well, why don't you fill your car up then and go back to a home and get your ID? I mean, illegal alien immigrants don't take ID. They can't turn you down. They can't turn down emergency health care.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure.
They're not gonna turn down a trans American citizen.
No, I've never forgotten my wallet in the equation. So
You know, that's another way that I know you're a man. Only a man would forget his wallet at home.
but no, my wallet is usually in my purse, and it's not in there. I don't know where my wallet is.
Only men take their wallets out of their purses.
I don't take my wallet out of my purses other to make purchases. So where my wallet is at this time, it's usually in my purse, and it's not there right now.
Stolen? Hopefully not.
Yeah, hopefully not. I'm in the. Well, no, I had 200 in cash in there. No, actually, I had 400 in cash.
So you have $400 in cash. Why don't you just pump your car and get to the hospital?
Graham, now $400 cash was in my wallet. That's not currently in my purse.
Oh.
No, I went to a Pokemon card event yesterday to do some Pokemon card trading. I brought $200 with me, and somehow I ended up going home with an extra $200 in my pocket.
Why? Did you sell Pokemon cards?
Well, my main goal was to try to trade them, but the thing is that there was one particular trade thing that I was going through where they had about $1,500 worth of cards of mine to try to trade against the amount of cards that they had, and I was only able to find $1,300 worth of cards that they had that I was willing to take. So they paid me cash of the difference.
You traded $1,500 worth of Pokemon cards for another $1,500 worth of Pokemon cards? Holy crap. What are you going to do with
$1,500 for $1,300 worth of Pokemon card and $200 in cash?
Okay, what are you going to do with that $200 worth of cash? You're going to buy another Pokemon card?
I don't know.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, it would have been useful if you would have put some of that money in your glove box, but then again, who keeps money in their glove box?
I don't keep money or anything in my Jeep. Like my Jeep is kept.
What, you don't have Apple Pay?
No, I don't do Apple at all.
You don't have any virtual cards. You have no cards that are automatically on your phone.
I've never linked them. Like I have access to like Google Pay. I have access to PayPal, all the stuff through my phone.
So can't you use Google Pay to pay for your gas?
I don't know. I don't know.
You could try.
I mean,
someone in the chat dropped a $2 super chat, and they said he's trying to ask you for $20. Do you need $20? I mean, if I send you $20, you ain't gonna be able to get it to spend it. You don't have your cards.
If you sent me $20, I couldn't do anything with it.
I know, but the guy in the chat dropped a $2 super chat and said that. Yeah, no wallet is no wallet. It's not even the money that matters. It's the no wallet. I'm glad that I have Apple Pay.
card. I physically don't have any cash. I don't even have my ID. I'm supposed to have my ID while driving, so I'm technically breaking the law. I'm a criminal now. I'm gonna end up prison now.
You're gonna end up in prison for no license? Are you gonna resist arrest? I can't wait for that UFC fight tonight.
I hope it rains.
Then we can have the UFC fight on Monday. It doesn't matter if it's rain. It's literally under a building they built. Did you not see it?
I hope it thunders.
Okay, cool.
Once it thunders, they can't have it.
Why not?
Well, because there's still enough opening, and that would be very dangerous.
No, I think they could still have it.
I've seen the building. It does have a roof, but that roof is mostly it doesn't cover the entire space, and there's still enough openings that if there's a thunderstorm, they safely should not have any events in that location if there's a thunderstorm.
Well, too bad it's happening today. So will you participate in the boxing card?
I don't know what you're talking about, boxing cards, so I'm.
What about the UFC fight? I mean, well, not the boxing card, but the UFC fight.
Will I be participating in the UFC fight?
Yeah.
No, I don't know what you mean by participating.
Like, will you be a fighter? Will you be a fighter?
No, I'm not fighting anybody.
Not even in prison if they try to take your cheeks?
If I'm in prison and they're trying to rape me, then I'm going to do what I can to defend myself, but I'm not going to go through any kind of UFC fight.
Not even for money from Donald Trump?
No, I don't want Donald Trump's money.
I don't know about that. You can buy a lot of Pokemon cards.
I don't want Donald Trump's money. I wouldn't take $1 from that pig.
That is a lie. If he said right now, I'll give you $20 to fill up your Jeep, you would be taking it. You would open up your hand, you'd be like, I still don't like you, you fascist pig, but you would take that $20 and you'd fill up your Jeep and you'd be on your way.
No, I'd still call a friend and say, hey, I need
If Donald Trump pulled up to you right now in a Cadillac Escalade, you're at a gas pump, you have no money, you're not taking the 20, that is a crazy level of Trump derangement syndrome.
So upset that my wallet's not here. Like, just,
If you guys want to debate, go into the store.
goes to the yard.
All right, I'll let you go. Let me know what happens. Let me know what happens.
You need to get a hold of a friend to try to get a hold of a little bit of cash, so that way I can make it back home.
Okay, let me know what happens. Shoot me a message.
Yeah, have a good night. Be safe.
Have a good night. I hope you watch that Trump fight. Peace out. You are. It's gonna be on every television. It's gonna be on every television. You're gonna be forced to watch it, and you're not gonna be able to do anything. Thank you, Aaron. Happy birthday to our great president, Donald J. Trump. Have a blessed day, my patriot brother. Have a blessed day, man. I hope everyone's watching that UFC fight tonight. An emergency $10 in your car? That is thinking, Snuffles. That is thinking. An emergency $10. Oh, here we go with the crazy comments. Listen, if anyone wants to debate, you guys can join the Discord down below. Yeah, I know where the UFC is. I can't wait for it. I can't wait for it. The UFC on the White House lawn, man. That's fantastic. Join that Discord, guys. Join that Discord. Go ahead and try Toxic Audie. I think that'd be funny for you. You can go see your relatives in heaven. I'm probably gonna hop off right now, Scott, but we can definitely debate after I eat something. After I eat some lunch or something, a late lunch. We could debate. I'm about to hop off in 1 minute though, unless y'all got any final questions, comments, anything else you want to say before I hop up out of here. All right, I'm out of here, people. Much love, everybody. Enjoy your movies. Enjoy your movies. Peace out.